You know, cooking can be great fun when you have an amazing kitchen like this. In fact, Fisher Paykel for me is one of the most amazing kitchen in the world, and that's one of the reasons I decided to be their brand ambassador, because I got a free kitchen. Yay! But New Zealand doesn't just have great kitchen, that's one of them. Another thing which they do fabulously well are these kiwi fruits. Now these kiwi fruits, well, New Zealand has made it famous, but actually it originates from China. In China, they were using it basically as a tonic, but the Kiwis, that's the New Zealanders who call this kiwi fruit, made sure that the whole world knew how delicious it is. Normally eaten as a fruit, I love to use it in savory recipes. I do a pasta with cheese and kiwi, I do a gnocchi with just brown butter and some kiwi fruit. I've also done kiwi puree as a marinade. But today, we're going to keep it simple. A simple salad with some tossed kiwi and whatever you have in the kitchen. So let's start first with the salad part. I'm making a couscous salad where I have some steamed couscous, but in case you don't have couscous, you can use some boiled rice, you could use some quinoa, you could use some pearl barley, or maybe just some plain greens. So what you don't want is lumps in this couscous. Now I have some chopped tomatoes to be added. I like herbs because a great chef, or rather let's say a fake chef, uses a lot of herbs to hide all their less talent. So I like to use a lot of herbs, so I'm going to use some chive, some parsley, some fresh oregano and some fresh thyme. So let's get parsley, some chives, oregano and some thyme. Now anything without onion doesn't taste good. A little bit of onion, not too much of it. A little bit garlic, not too much of it. And I'm sorry, I know it may offend some of you there, but I don't use gloves and I don't like to use spoons, so I'm going to mix it with my hands. Okay, nicely mixed. Now let's do the dressing. Now dressing is really something which is a matter of taste, opinion and what you have in the fridge. So the classic dressing which I'm making today would have asked for balsamic glaze. I don't have any balsamic glaze in my fridge. So what I've done is I've just made some sugar syrup, little bit, nimbu, lots of pine nuts. You can never have enough of pine nuts. Salt. How could I forget salt? And especially when it comes from a nice fancy salt grater like this. Okay. Okay, I better stop tasting, otherwise I'm going to eat all of it. But this is not the end, because the icing on the cake, or rather the icing on the salad, these gorgeous fruits, which they look very ugly, I know that, but you cut them and just look at them. Just look at them. I mean, there's something quite sensuous about it, but I think I better not talk on public forum about that, I guess. So, coming back to kiwi. You know, kiwi is actually very underrated. People talk about oranges being, you know, full of vitamin C, etc. This fruit has a lot more vitamins than any oranges. But what I like it the most is you have a heavy meal, chana bhatura, kheer and all. Eat a kiwi after that and all your food is digested, because this is better than hajmola. I'm cutting them into discs. I'm going to pan fry it, but it's up to you. You could just add some raw kiwis to it. But what I want to do is basically get the sweetness out of it, and the minute I cook it in a little bit of butter, that's exactly what's going to happen. cooking can be great fun when you have great equipments, and actually a lot of your faults get hidden away. And my two favorite equipments actually from this company is the induction, but what I love even more is they have something called a cool drawer, which I have at home. It's a fridge which goes just under the hob. When you want, it turns into a chiller. When you want, it turns into a wine storage rack. When you want, it turns into a pantry. And when you want, it turns into a deep freezer. That is so super cool, isn't it? But let's get back to the salad now. So a little bit of olive oil, I'm trying to lose weight, otherwise I would have done it in butter. Okay, so basically the idea is when I cook it, the fruit is going to release some of its sweetness. And kiwi, like I said, is just not a fruit. It's something fabulous to be used with savory dishes as well. For example, for an antipasti, which is an Italian starter, I normally do fresh mozzarella with some kiwi drizzled with olive oil and salt. Fabulous. First course, a pasta, as I said, with brown butter and kiwi. Main course, it's a great marinade because when you make a puree of kiwi and use it as a marinade for wheat, it also works as a tenderizer. So you don't need any more of that kacharika powder or papita. Use kiwi because it gives it flavor and yet tenderizes it. I've been talking about how delicious it is, but as they say, the proof of the pudding lies in the taste, and in this case, the proof of the salad. Actually, what a great marriage this is. A Sicilian couscous salad with New Zealand kiwi. You really can't get any further down. Now, boring plates, no, not happening. Not for a salad like this. And I always find wooden surfaces a great platter. So here we go. What we have? A Sicilian couscous with zest-free New Zealand kiwi, pine nuts and sun-dried tomato with a dressing of your choice and your imagination.